Am I live? I'm not sure why I'm going live. I was going to put up a poll question last time. I don't think anybody's watching it. See, but then I think it stays active even if we don't. Let's call Dustin and not tell him he's on the 100 cut. So people don't even know I'm doing that. I can like verify my own thoughts. Yo, what's it looking like?
I'm already done, dude.
Oh, really?
I'm a fucking huge maestro.
Chooch Maestro. Well,
I showed up and that shit just went down.
it just saw you and got scared. It knew better. All right. Fuck. Did you already do an invoice?
Yeah. Like 473 or something, but
Okay. Yeah.
that's 3 hours, like service charge.
Okay. Did you do photographies? Yep, you did. Fuck. All right. Sweet. Yeah, I saw it. I did. And then you got all types of shit on you for tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
So well, sweet man, just go ahead and turn on in, and yeah.
I'm fucking, ain't no sandcross too big for me, dog. They say I've been smoking these
Hey, dude, those back to backs can be gay. Like they can like, dude. Have you know what? Okay, I in like a ghetto house apartment complex in North Fort Worth, dude. I was young. I was like 24. I punched through like one side. I was trying to clear a kitchen sink, and it was back to back. Like, and I went through the P trap with this other kitchen sink in the apartment behind it. No fucking idea. 75 foot of cable on that bitch. Like, it's just going. Trying to get it back and had like a fucking rug around it and go over there. This Mexican lady's like confused as shit. She was like, it's like a monster. Dude, I was that plumber. Yeah, I was that fucking plumber. Yeah, but yeah. So tomorrow we got that deep Ellum shit with the sub meters, and then that wall hydrant thing and fucking block H, and then in Hero they're gonna seal up that little floor. All that shit's going down tomorrow. So that is tomorrow. And then all right, mate. Tomorrow you and Derek are fucking HA4.
Oh my god.
There's 4 people looking at you, dude. Yeah, but y'all are
They're
doing.
gonna dip out real fucking quick once they realize it's me.
Yeah, once they see what we got up our sleeve. No, y'all are tomorrow night, and then we're that job is going down. Well, supposedly they're gonna have tracks down. You know what y'all are doing tomorrow? Fuck, we are out of coffee, dude.
We're doing underneath.
You're marking core holes.
Oh,
You're marking core holes.
I like the other.
Hey, what's going on?
I got what that first one that I had stayed on the drain, and I got
What do you think are we gonna have shit left over there for tomorrow, or is it gonna be all wrapped up?
I got like two more things. The one I was working on just a while ago, I had to put a 45 on it,
Well, but so
the trap I had there, so I had to solder that on real quick.
outside the wall, man, I don't give a fuck. You can, well, yeah, I guess you have to. Yeah, we might as well stay copper the whole way.
Yeah, because I was gonna do like like we did that other job, but the chat was like, no.
Nah, yeah, fuck that. So, all right, call Dustin and get with him about what you need to do over there at 411. I think like that suite is on the 6th floor, and then what you got to do is on the 5th floor, but like the court, he'll tell you. But basically, did you already get that test tee?
I'm gonna go get it right now.
Okay, yeah. And I told the people, the tenant, get with Dustin. He'll tell you all the shit. But I already told them you're coming. I told them your name's Derek and whatnot. And so they already know, and it's on the main. But all you got to do is just replace that test tee and kind of take pictures of inside the pipe going both ways. You know what I mean? They've been having frequent blockages. We think all that shit has been right there at that test tee where we found the Allen wrench and something else. Oh.
Yeah, that's bad.
But then tomorrow night is HA4, right? You and fucking Guillermo.
That's me.
You want me to tell you what? You want me to tell Jeremy what you said about him or no?
Yeah, he's sitting right there.
He's sitting right here, dude. I'll tell him, dude.
2 people just liked it when you abused me.
That's fucked up. All right, mate. Well, yeah, tomorrow night HA4. We're marking core holes. I'll get prints made up, and I think Randall's gonna go out there too, and he'll pick up the prints. So, late, mates. See you later. Okay. All right, hang on. He said, any advice for 18-year-old wanting to become an electrician? It's a good job. Get in where you get in and just, just realize that everybody sees what you're doing, right? Everybody sees everything you're doing. So if you're the type of guy that drags ass, everybody's going to know you as the type of dude that drags ass, right? So you're not, you got to build a brand. That's the best thing I can tell you. And so your brand is beyond your control. It's what people say about you when you're not in the room, right? Like when Guillermo's not in here, I call him a jackass. That's his brand. But if he was a badass and he wasn't in here and I was like, dude, that guy's a badass, that's his brand. So that's the best advice I can give you. Fucking Fred Rivas in here. I sent that dude a cut. What up? Hang on. Quick fix it. Just started my own plumbing and gas fitting company a month ago. I'm just painting up my first yard sign now. Love your inspirational videos. Brass House team. Fuck yeah. Dude, plumbing right. We need to find a way to jam. If there was a way to like Zoom call and do a jam. One of my guys that works here plays music and it's got me wanting to play music again. I'm eyeballing a PRS and thinking about putting in here. But see, these guys already don't think I do shit.
What do you mean? About, I know more than anybody else, you fucking jam.
No, I'm saying they don't think I fucking like do anything in this office.
Oh, that's all true.
Yeah.
You're looking at it.
No, I can't run this company with my feet up now, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I'm not sure why I'm going live, guys. Can y'all hear me? Let's see. Quick question. I sell websites. Most of my clients get calls from marketing companies all the time. Yeah, I don't really want my website. I took my website down. Like, people were scheduling calls, and I didn't want to go to those calls and shit. We were too busy, so like I took it down. You remember the website, Jeremy?
Mm-hmm.
I had this fucking cheesy ass picture of me with a thumbs up and everything, dude. Thumbs up. But it was actually a pretty effective website, but I took it down because I don't want people calling me. Same reason I don't advertise, because I don't want people calling me. There's a better way to get business. What's a better way to approach businesses like yours? I mean, I think there's, the way I did it, there's no easy way. Like, there's no, like, it's not, like, I was doing this for a long time, and I was, like, a supervisor, or manager at another company. And, like, dude, I talked to one of the guys at that company I used to work at, and he's getting moved up to sales. And I was talking to him this morning, and I was like, oh, that's cool, you're going to sales. He was like, not really. I was like, why are you going to sales? He's like, we got to figure something out. We're fucking struggling. I was like, why? He's like, some asshole, Dyson Plumbing, took all our fucking business, And I told him the truth. I was like, if I was able to take those customers, they weren't your customers, they were my customers, right? Like, if I was able to take them. So for me, it's like I built this up over years. That's why I was telling that first guy, it's about building your brand, Like, I built this up for years and didn't realize it. I didn't realize that I was, like, the way I was, like, giving a fuck about my customers and trying so hard for them was creating, like, my future clientele, Which, fuck, dude, okay, really cool thing happened today. I'm going to smack Jeremy every time I want to. He can kick my ass if he wants to. This fucker can do, like, one-handed chin-ups, dude. But one of my biggest customers today, swear to God, I don't know if DJ was in the room or not, I had it on speaker, but he's talking to me, and like he's building this custom house. I've talked about it before. It's having an indoor pool, a natatorium. an indoor pool. It's a badass house. And he was like, what are you going to charge me to do that? And we're doing PEX and PVC, and he's going to buy, like, his water service is 1,500 feet, like 1,500 feet. That's a big fucking property. And I was like, dude, probably only like 20 grand. I was like, I'm just going to basically charge you what I got in it, just the labor. And he was like, that's pretty cheap, man. And I was like, well, I'm trying to scratch your back on this one. You know, you're a really good customer to me, and this is your house. If this is one I want to help you out on, this is the one. I want to give it to you just for, you know, I'm not going to lose any money, but I'm just going to charge you my labor on it, what I got in it. And I was like, you know, I want to scratch your back. And he was like, well, he's like, get ready for a lot of back scratching coming your way. He was like, he said, you're going to do at least $2 million with me in 2025, which that's pretty fucking cool. So we got, I thought you were listening.
Multitasking.
But no, he told us we're going to get the 50,000 square footer, and then there's a 7-story building in Fort Worth.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, like and it's like the building is a
We're
shell.
doing the whole fucking building?
No, like there's a shell done, but the corridor bathrooms are part of it. So there's like, I don't know if you guys know this. Whenever like they do these shells, a lot of times they do these buildings. It'll be like a 5-story building, and each floor they plan on having a different business in there, right? But what they do is that the initial builder will build that shell with the whole facade outside finished, exterior finished, looking nice and everything. And then each floor just has like a plumbing riser, a water riser, and then there's maybe a corridor restroom, which is associated with the building. And then people like me come in and do the build out for each floor. Well, we got one that's like 7 floors, and we for sure got 2 floors of it right now. But supposedly we're going to have all 7 corridor floors, which is the building. And then we got 2 floors of the build out, and then we're hoping to get the other 5. But then we do have the 55,000 square footer, which is a fucking 50. Dude, it's going to be over. Yeah, it's going to be our biggest job. It's going to be well over $500,000.
Jeez.
Let's see. Congrats, man. Hope that actually comes through. That shit's come through. Like, that shit's not, well, I mean, I guess we could lose it potentially. It's not like fully guaranteed. But it's, like the customers I got, like this is the thing that a lot of plumbers don't realize is once you get in with like a general contractor or, you know, like a big company that buys in volume, they're like, as long as you're not going to fuck them, right? As long as you're not just going to totally take advantage of it, if you can operate at a consistent level, they're stuck with you, man. Like it's, you know, they're stuck with you. They can't really, like, because it's the devil, you know, or like, what's the phrase? A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. And so like, if these GCs that hire me for all these big jobs, it's critical. The plumbing's tough, dude, especially the shit we do, because we do shit in active buildings, you know, like it's like Jeremy, I was just talking to him. He's going to be on the 3rd floor tomorrow night of an active clinic in a fucking hospital. Not even a clinic. This is in a hospital. And he's going to be on the 3rd floor. And we got to work tomorrow night and then clean up for them to be open, fucking running business in the hospital in the morning. And, like, you can't fuck around with that shit. So these guys, it's hard, like, to take a chance on some other company, you can't really do it, you know what I mean? And then they know I'm not going to be a dick on change orders. They know I'm not going to, you know, they just know I'm going to play ball. So they can't really fucking go elsewhere. So basically, all his work is my work. And that's what that's why I try to get in deep with all these different GCs. Regarding marketing, what's something businesses should definitely not do? Total waste of money in general. Well, I mean, to me, I think that marketing should never, like, I guess it depends on, like, the capital you have, right? Because, like, my nemesis, Jared Williams, like, his method, all that shit works, right? It does work. But the marketing, I don't think it's going to do you any good unless you really have, like, the bones already kind of there. So once you've been around for, like, say 6 months, you've got a truck or 2, you can be on a job, somebody can call you and you can send somebody out right now, but you don't need that money. Like, there's so many, you have to be in the right position to take advantage of it, right? Like, so it depends on how much money you have, how much guys you have, you know, because you could potentially market effectively, because I don't even really know the right ways. Because, like, for me, it started out with fucking Jeremo here, and his mom did a post on fucking Nextdoor that some Indian people saw it, and then the Indian community in fucking North Dallas fucking kept us afloat for like a month, and I spent $100 on Yelp. That was it, dude. So I don't really know the best way, but I know that fucking like results speak for themselves. You know what I mean? And so word of mouth is the best thing I can think of. Yo.
What's the story on calling for inspection over here?
In DeSoto?
Yeah. Has it been called yet?
No.
Okay.
No, we fucking ain't even opened all the walls yet. Shit.
We got the walls open now, but we've been delayed chasing down the water type of the sweets and stuff. The pharmacy and
Oh, it carries on past there?
yeah, we got corrected. Well, it's still going to be on our supply, but it all belongs to the same man, and the pharmacy's fixing to move, and they're going to expand this clinic into the pharmacy and the salon next door, because he owns all that. The
Okay.
salon hasn't been open since COVID, so we're
Okay.
going to expand this clinic over. So we got the pharmacy water.
How far along are you on all that copper?
We're almost done with it, but we still got all the insulating to do.
Yeah.
We gotta do some after hours with the chipping on the toilet and stuff.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think, we'll fuck. Today's what? Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I'll just call it for Thursday. You know what I mean? And then we'll just stay late and chip that toilet. And yeah, because it's only got to move 3 inches.
I need to go by the shop and get the chipping hammer still on the shelf. So,
Will you check, Jeremy, see if the chipping hammer's up there?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, mate. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll fucking. You know what? Hey, DJ.
Yes, sir.
Pleasant Run.
Yeah.
Go ahead and. Well, fuck. You know what? They don't. They do that. The GC does it. I'll have to call Rob's office. I'll get that scheduled.
Yeah, it's out here.
All right, put it on fucking on Thomas Massey out there or Whitney Houston if you're done with her. All right, yeah, it'll be on one of them tables.
thanks, bud.
Hey, I got fucking stickers for the insulation. You want some of those? The hot and cold water shits.
I'll give them all measures.
All right,
Put them nearby each other so I don't miss them.
nice. All right, thanks, mate.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. Marketing. Let's go back to that. Professionals. I would hire professionals. If I was going to do it, I would hire professionals. But I don't think there's any fucking point to it until you've if you're in the trades and you're doing it successfully, it's got to market it. It's like selling weed. I said it sells itself. You know what I mean? Like that's the best way I can put it. Like whenever I was 19 years old and I got a half pound of weed and I was like, how am I going to get rid of all this fucking weed? My buddies don't have no fucking money. I didn't think this through. And it just turned out the shit sold itself. Fucking got rid of it real quick. And it was the same thing with my plumbing company. A couple little leads and, that's if you're doing a good job, you know what I mean? People seem to like it. And don't be a pussy. Take opportunities. Don't be afraid of commercial. Don't be afraid of remodel. Don't be afraid to, and it helps if you know some motherfuckers to hire, right? But I had a whole career in plumbing and my buddy Lester described it best. It was like that episode of Rick and Morty, the heist episode. I started this shit and just called my buddies and they're like, son of a bitch, I'm in, and everybody just fucking jumped on board. DJ, we have a coffee. Nobody's fucking in here to hear me ask for fucking coffee. All right, what do we got going on here? How did you first get into plumbing? I was 14 years old and my buddy Cole, who's nuts, nearly fucking got the shit kicked out of us by 4 or 5 dudes that he had started shit with. He threw something at their car when they were driving by, and it's 3 a.m, right? And these dudes are about to beat the fuck out of me, and I'm backed into this. I'm 14, backed into this corner, and I picked up this paver from this dude's fucking street, right? And I got this brick in my hand from this dude's yard. It's 3 houses down from my house, and my mom was a dopehead. I ran the streets all night, did whatever the fuck I wanted, right? And these dudes are about to whoop my ass, and I know they are, but I told them, one of y'all is going to catch a fucking brick in the face. One of y'all is going to catch a brick, dude. I don't know who. Y'all may fuck me up. About that time, this dude's garage opened, and they ran, and he was a plumber, and he was like, you fucking dumbass. And he felt pity for me for being, a dumbass 14-year-old, and his name was, he had a company called Gosden Plumbing, and he put me to work making $35 a day, dudes. $35 a day. And I'd work 12-hour days. And a lot of times he had this deal with this property management company that owned 300 little shitty rent houses in North Fort Worth, which is like a all Mexican area, right? Really good taquerias. And we had this deal to replace all these galvanized water services. So that whole summer when I'm 14, all I'm doing is fucking digging. He'd drop me off and be like, all right, dig up this water service. It's like 100 feet. And I would just dig up that water line by my fucking self all day. And he'd come by at lunch, bring me some tacos or something. And I got into it, and I was still playing music, and that was really my main focus until I was like probably 22. And then I started like taking it serious, and I knew how to do it already, you know. Where can I get the Brass House email? It's brasshouse.mail@gmail.com. I haven't been checking it though. Like I will. It's not like I won't check it, but I haven't been. Web design, you know. See, I've really found out that like a lot of, pardon the studs, I know I was supposed to quit, but fuck, this is my channel. I do what the fuck I want. I found out, you know, that the more I think about like the IT, web development, that's a fucking trade, man. Like it's like the exact same principles as any trade, you know? Fuck, even probably like lawyering, you know what I mean? I could see like law stuff being like a trade and like the same business models apply. You know, and so, like, I think there's two schools of thought on the whole thing. Like, the number one thing to me is be fucking cold as fuck at it, right? Like, if you're really fucking good at it, the rest of it will fall into place. And then you do have to learn how to be a businessman, and that shit matters. But once you figure that out, it's pretty fucking easy too. HVAC, the shit. HVAC's a wonderful trade. Like, I would say in commercial especially, you know, commercial HVAC, okay, let me tell you why HVAC's the shit. Number one, it's one of the toughest trades because, like, a homeowner, like me, right, like, I can fuck with electrical. I can go run me a new outlet. Or like a homeowner, like an electrician, like a lot of homeowners can fuck with plumbing. A lot of them can even get a little fucking cheap welder from Harbor Freight and weld something together in an afternoon. No fucking buddy can fuck with their HVAC unless they, like, very rare that anybody can fuck with their HVAC. And it is a really in-demand fucking trade. But commercial is where you really see the difference. And the other reason that HVAC is so good is, at least in Texas, may only be a Texas thing. So I can't speak for everywhere, but HVAC and plumbing are married, right? And mechanical and plumbing are married. And when I say mechanical, I'm talking about like big commercial building cooling, like cooling towers and centrifugal chillers and boilers and all that shit. It's all married together. But HVAC guys inevitably end up always managing plumbers, right? Because an HVAC technician can become a manager and he can manage plumbers, but a plumber can't become a manager that manages HVAC techs, because the same reason a homeowner can't work on HVAC. So it's a fucking dope ass skill. But residential, again, maybe that's different elsewhere, but in Texas, it can be pretty rough. Like, they make a fuckload of money, don't get me wrong. They make a fuckload of money, but it can be pretty rough, especially if you like start out doing installs and you're working in attics all the time. Whereas the commercial work is a lot of RTUs and a lot of nicer mechanical rooms. And the more heavy commercial you go, the more chill and easy and laid back it becomes. You know, and if you can get into working for like like Train, Carrier, York, that type of shit, if you get like, oh, that's that's good jobs, dude. I'm trying to get into electrical. Electrical's the shit too. Electrical, all fucking new construction is built around electrical. Electrical has a lot of positives. Electrical, I think overall they say electricians make the most money. Well, out of the big three, HVAC, plumbing, and HVAC, plumbing, and electrical, I think they say electrical makes the most on average. But I think that it's more competitive. You know, you have to kind of get lucky. Whereas plumbing, if you're really, really good, you can for sure be a top earner. If you're really good and you work hard. But all new construction is built around electrical. It seems like from what I've seen, it seems like that's what, like, you know, obviously framing is the number one thing. That's the building. But like, other than framing, electrical seems to be the big daddy on the new construction job sites, and it's fucking wonderful. And electrical opens up all types of avenues. Like, so you would think, oh, I just got to work as an electrician. Well, you can be an electrician working for the oil field. You know what I mean? They got all types of pumps that need to be wired up and shit like that. You can be an electrician working for a fucking performance company, you know, a production company. You know what I mean? Like, there's all types of avenues you can go with electrical that are badass. Like, you can get a job working at a semiconductor plant somehow, or a fucking nitrogen plant or some fucking cool shit. Like, electrical's fucking got a lot of opportunities. I would recommend it. But hang on, get union or local company. Depends on the area. Like if you're in a union dominated area, always go union. If you're in a non-union dominated area, like let's say, I'm not thinking Texas here, but let's say Missouri, right? Not heavily union, but a good union presence. Those are the ones where it's kind of either or. I would go, if you got to know who you are. Don't fucking lie to yourself. You know what I mean? If you're a go-getter and you're always going to achieve more than what's put in front of you, you're going to want more, definitely go open shop. But if you're kind of like, I just kind of want to, work my 8, go home, not be bothered, do the kind of like, not the minimum, but just be like rock solid, then you want to go union, for that more steady shit. But if you're a gambler and you want to make as much as possible, you go open shop. But in the places where, like the states like New York, Massachusetts, the whole West Coast, all those, pretty much you're going to want to go union because like they've rigged the system to where you can't really get your contractor license without going through a program like the union's program. So if you want to own a company one day, you inevitably really kind of have to go union. And you potentially have to buy yourself out of the union too because you owe for the schooling. At least I thought it is down here. But yeah, it depends on the area. It depends on your makeup. That's where I would go. Contractor in Fort Worth. Commercial is a shit for sure. For sure, yeah. Like residential, here's what I like about residential, man. You're picking up your fucking money like I know these guys say they get their average ticket to be $1,000, but that's because they sell tankless and other things that are $7,000, $8,000, $10,000 jobs. They're still picking up their money a lot of times, $300, $400 at a time, $500 at a time. And it's just, to me, I'd rather fucking get, like a small job for me is like $30K, right? Like I'd rather go pick up 5 checks in a month and make $250K off of it. You know what I mean? Or better. Commercial's way better. And, you get volume. And ultimately, people say that residential service is the highest margin work, and that's fucking not even close to true. Like that is so far from true. The highest margin work is hub-based work, which hub is historically underutilized businesses. That's like minority-owned businesses, which I'm trying to get to that status. I'm trying to get my wife to own it. That's like in high security, high clearance work. That's the highest margin work there is. I don't give a fuck what it is, right? Like when it comes to plumbing, you can't going to work on some plumbing in Lockheed Martin's F-16 bay. You can't get higher margin for that. Or like some of the shit I do, which I can't reveal because I don't want to tie these. I got my badge today for some big shit. Me, Randall, and Dustin all got our badges this morning. It was fucking awesome. Went smooth. These are fucking big badges. I've got a $100,000 service project that in any other circumstance would be probably fucking $40,000. Probably be $40,000. It's $100,000 because of the security clearances and shit required. So, let's see here. Hey, how's it going, everyone? Becoming an IEBW apprentice easy or at least realistically achievable? 100%. Like, here's where the union gets hard. Like, I don't know if I could have done it. I don't know ever, man. Like, I couldn't have done it whenever, because I joined the union as a journeyman, right? Like, I did my whole career an apprentice in open shops, like, and I got my license as a journeyman in Texas, and then I joined the union as a journeyman because the Texas union was so desperate for guys. So I didn't go through the school program, but like you have to go twice, at least for plumbers. And I think the IEBW is like basically the same type schedule. It's twice a week for fucking 5 years, dude. And if you can only get so many absences a year, and if you fuck up, you kind of ruin your whole deal. And so there is a commitment to joining the union. Like the benefits are good, but it's totally achievable. Yeah, for sure. It's made to where like a C student that tries hard can be an A+ student at the trade school. That's really how it's set up. Like if you're a C student, but you're willing to do your best, you can be a fucking A+ student at the union. Just all it takes is effort, which is, I think, the way public school works too. But, no one gives effort. What made you start YouTube content? I had a fucking big scrap pile. If you look at my first scrap video, or my first video is this giant, and it's got like 26,000 views. But I had like what I still believe is one of the bigger fucking scrap piles for like a dude on YouTube. And I thought like I was looking on YouTube for scrap piles and everybody's was bullshit. No one had a good one. And so I was like, well, I'll put mine out there because this is what the fuck real man's fucking scrap collection looks like. And then I started making scrap content, and there was a guy named Romantic, not like romantic, R-O-E, Mantic. And he's a scrapper. He's actually a real cool dude. And he I don't know, he pushed me to make more content. He's like, you're a funny guy, And you should. And I was like, no one gives a fuck about my trash pile. I already showed it. But I kept making content about my scrap, and I kind of quit doing it because I was like, who gives a fuck, And then I started my company up, and I didn't make any videos about my company for the first few months because it wasn't nothing special. And then after 3-4 months of owning the company, the shit just fucking took off to where it was like, hey, this is worth people seeing, because I'm not lying about this shit. These deals I'm making, I've really made. The business we're getting is real. And so I thought it was worth seeing because I'm a dumbass, I dropped out of high school at 16, and I sell millions of dollars a year, and I do it I think y'all saw my live stream the way I kind of talk to my customers. I bullshit with people. I talk to them just like I talk to y'all. And so I do think it's worth seeing because I didn't have to market and all that bullshit. And that's kind of why I do it now. And sometimes I go on little breaks where I feel like no one gives a fuck and I quit talking, but it's usually pretty good. Hell yeah, CU Scrapping was there in the beginning, dude. Fucking how you were. Roger was always, dude. That's my dude. If y'all don't know CU Scrapping, he's fucking, Roger, I'm going to put you on blast for a minute. His channel's badass. He's got a sweet fucking shop, and he's just like this fucking expert fucking scrapper. Because the scrapping community was fucking awesome to me. Check this out. Let me show you all this. Well, this was made for me by a guy named Steve SRT8, who's badass. He made me that out of scrap metal, scrap aluminum. His channel's the shit. And he made this thing, it's an actual, he sharpened his to make it like a throwing axe, but it says Brass House. It'll open up 2 fucking beers at the same time. And if you sharpen, he's in Canada, so, they're pussies up there. He couldn't send it sharpened. But he sharpened his and actually it throws into wood and shit. And the scrappers were awesome to me, man. That's one of the main reasons I kept making content, because everybody's so fucking cool to me. And Roger's one of the OGs. When you watch him do it, he's like a professional fucking scrap man. He's not it's not some dude asking for your copper. He's got a real fucking business, and it's he makes it look easy. It's cool shit. So fuck yeah, you are, dude. Yeah, Gordo was in the garage today. I actually made a video this morning, and I haven't posted a lot of videos recently because every video I've made I thought it's kind of sucked and not been worth anybody's time. But Gordo, today is the last day. It's 90 is the high, but tomorrow the high is 70, and Gordo can go back in the garage. I don't let him go in there in the summer because I'm afraid I'll forget he's in there, because he doesn't want to leave, and he'll kind of hide. And I'm afraid he'll die in there because it gets to be 120, 130 degrees in that motherfucker. It gets hot in there. So, but no, he was back in there this morning, and that motherfucker was hyped about it. He was purring hard, dude. He was really hyped about it. And I've been letting him in there at night. But today was the first day because I was like, it ain't gonna be that hot. Yeah, dude. Fucking A, man. I have to. That 100 is for fucking Roger. I can give look at that. I can give myself 100s. I can validate what I said and be like, real talk, y'all. Love that. That's funny shit. Yeah, let me see what else is going on here. What the fuck? Okay, now superior. That's not good. The okay now guy sucks. That guy's a fucking weirdo, dude. Dude, this dude said some weird shit. I didn't see that coming.
You could tell it was bad by his reaction.
Oh shit! I don't know. We're Superior White Master. I'm next to a scrapyard, and I'd love to serve and worship your funky sauce. Fuck, dude. Remove. That is censored speech. Dude, I got a buddy, Zach. When I met this motherfucker, he gave me the heebie-jeebies, that fucking creepy motherfucker. Dude, I just started working at this company, right? And it was my first day there, and I'm in the shop, and I was in the bathroom pissing at the urinal. This fool walks in, and he goes, "Hey man, you want me to suck that dry for you?" And then, oh, what the fuck, dude? And like, oh.
Crazy.
And I was like, what the fuck is your name again, dude? And he was like, I'm Zach. I was like, 10 feet, dude. Like, that fucking bothered me. And then later that same day, same dude tells me another joke. That, like, the first one was a joke, hopefully. He did not, But he tells me a joke that he's like, hey, man. He was like, my wife's pussy is this big. And I was like, oh, what? And he was like, I'm happy, though. You know why? I was like, why? He's like, it used to be this big. What the fuck does that mean, dude? Quit fucking talking to me, dude. And he's still my good buddy today, dude. I told you earlier. I was talking to him on the phone this morning. I got him a job at another company. That's the internet for you, dude. Holy fuck, I didn't see that coming. Dude, one time, someone commented on a video one time. They said something about, oh, he's got such a soothing voice. I just like to listen to it when I go to sleep. And, mind you, in my head, my average listener is like a dude my age, middle-aged, my age fucking grouchy redneck white man. And so I read that. I was like, what the fuck? It bothered me so much to think like some dude's listening to me to go to sleep. It just fucking bothered me. And then it was my wife who typed it. I was like, oh, you bitch. Like, I had no fucking idea. And like, I even called, and like, I deleted it. And I don't even think I deleted it. I was like, I did not. I was telling her, I was like, some fucking creep. I was like, I did not put a heart by that comment. I tried to heart every comment. I did not heart that shit. And she was like, that was me, dumbass. And I was like, oh, fuck, you asshole. I was like, you made me feel fucking violated for a minute. That's DJ. He's Derek's son. He's like my nephew. He's working in the office. He's about to be going to we're like sending him to like a little like a trade school thing for like QuickBooks and like accounting shit. It's actual college credits. It's gonna be a sweet deal. Oh, hang on. This is working. Hey, Kristen.
That Rob wanted you to look at real quick. Do you have time?
Which one was that? The
I chose gonna choose for Softly. There's no any cases. It's just gonna be a premium ballpark price, but they're wanting to add new restrooms. I think there's some already existing there.
is that the one at the hospital?
It's for Spine Team.
Yeah, I thought I did the Spine Team one in South Lake. Let me see. Hang on. Let me check real quick.
Rock Wall. I don't know if I said something. You did do one for us. It was a prelim, kind of like the same type of design in South Lake, but they sent another one for Rock Wall.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't got it from you yet. Let's see, Erica, bid update. Hang on. Is this the 12-720 Hillcrest?
No, it's, I think it's still sending actually. You should get it within a few minutes, but it's going to be for a Rock Wall location.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I know over there. Yeah, I'll bid it. I'll get it as soon as I see it. I'll get a price up.
Okay, thank you so much. It doesn't even have to be formal. Just you can email me a price that's time too.
Okay, got it.
Okay, all right, thank you.
All right, bye. Okay, sweet deal. I just got another one. No way! Oh my God! I can't tell y'all what. Okay, that call I just had, that was a cool call. That's like a rush bid for like a medical build out. That'll be like probably like a $75,000 to $100,000 job, right? That's cool. Nothing is cool. Oh my God. I want to fucking tell y'all what I got in this email. Like it involves the badges I just got today. But okay, I'm gonna try to. Okay, hang on. Fuck, dude, I get excited as fuck when this shit happens. Okay, so there's like there's certain customers I was saying earlier, like highest margin work is like kind of high security, high clearance, public stuff, hub stuff, right? And that's the world I'm trying to get into. That and like lab stuff can be up there too. But my last company, I did a lot of like heavy commercial, industrial, and public stuff and really big, important clients. And I was able to kind of snag a lot of those, obviously, including one that I thought there's no fucking way I'd ever have. And that badge I got in my truck right now is a true badge of honor for me, boys. Like, I feel fucking special for that. Like, I really do. Well, okay, so before I really signed this deal, this contract with this big company, I was doing work for another huge general contractor company, not like a big international corporation like I'm talking about. But this huge general contractor company that I've talked about is like my second biggest customer. They're a $500 million company. They'll soon be my biggest customer. Whenever I was kind of like trying to get in with them, I'm kind of like trying to puff myself up, make myself seem awesome in front of their VP, like the vice. Mind you, I'm talking like multi-millionaires, and I'm meeting this guy, and you'll see my fucking office, dude. You see how I operate. So I'm meeting this VP for this huge general contracting company, and he's like, well, tell me about yourself and this and that. And I'm kind of giving him a rundown, and I tell him about this huge corporation that I'm, beloved by. Like this big corporation, everybody there, like they have full trust in me because of all the shit I talk about. Swear to God, I'll never take advantage of them. I'll never take advantage of them. Hand to God. But I'm kind of using them to give myself some credibility. I'm like, oh, I do a lot of work with these guys, even though I've only done like 2 or 3 jobs as Dyson Plumbing for this huge corporation that is very special to get work for. Trust me. And I tell that contractor guy that I did, he's like, oh, who do you deal with over there? And now I'm in a spot because do I want to sound like I'm full of shit or actually reveal the people I know, right? And so I said, oh, I'm dealing with blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, okay. He's like, you think his email is just like blah, blah, blah at blah, blah? And I'm like, yeah, because he already knew, it's a company, the company email if you know the person's name. And I'm like, fuck. And he fucking emails him, which I felt like you just cut my legs out from under me. Because at that point, I wasn't doing a lot of work with this huge corporation. Yo.
Get my picture.
Fuck, no, hey, I got you. I'm on live right now, so you're on the internet. So,
Did you get my picture of that jacked up ass team?
Let me see. I didn't come through yet, dude. What is it? Is it a double Santee or what?
No, it's tap. 2 buttons have tap T. It's gone.
You're in Plano. That Reese there off the tollway by Freebirds has a cast.
Okay, the one.
Mother bitch, dude. What's the pipe like? Let me show YouTube.
Pipe. All right.
That motherfucker is cracking down the side.
And even the test key was fine. I don't know what the hell should we do with this damn test key is.
It's just, so it's not, it's more chingaleed than I thought, dude.
Oh, yeah, you're just looking at one side of it.
Like, that motherfucker is tattered. What the hell? Oh, I just got this urgent bid. Dude, I don't want to say it because I'm live on YouTube right now, but you know how we went to get those badges at that certain big place this morning? It was like, biggest achievement of my career.
Yeah.
Well, our second biggest customer, not our first biggest customer, right? But our second biggest customer that you were out at Wiley for today or yesterday, they fucking talked me into getting them in with that other big corporation that we got our badges for. And now they have a job together that they want me on. Like, I'll explain more. I don't want to give away anything on fucking YouTubes, but because I don't want people to it's big, dude. Like that fucking networking shit that I talk. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Well, yeah, just replace that T though.
You said, which race, the one up north or the one down south?
You're off Parker. So hang on, you at Parker near the tollway or the 75?
I'm closer to 35, I think. I'm just south of Nebraska Furniture Mart.
Oh, well, in that case, you would go to the more off 635, right?
Yes and no.
Yeah, I don't know. Fucking GPS, I didn't call them. We do wheel calls.
Yeah, it's
You want me to tell YouTube what you said about them, dude?
yeah, they suck.
Ooh, he said y'all suck, dude. I don't know. I think there's not a lot of people watching right now. Romantic is, dude, I gave you a shout out earlier. Yeah, no, not you, fucker. No, not you. I'm talking to YouTube. All right, later, mate. Piss off.
Very good. Later on.
That was Randall. He's my buddy. He's my wife's cousin. He's one of those guys that like, you son of a bitch. I mean, yeah, romantic. I gave you a shout out earlier, dude. See, this guy, I'm trying to become a plumber, and I came across your channel when you made that video about should you become a plumber. Yeah, there's one of the guys I hired, Dustin. He came across me because like he moved from Florida to Texas, and he was trying to find out about being a plumber in Texas, and somehow I came across my video, and then it was after I already started my company, and he started watching all the other videos for my business, and he reached out to me, and I hired him, and he's a fucking beast. DJ, Dustin's a badass, right?
Pretty good.
He fucking came from that video. But what up, bro? Where you been, dude? Yeah, I checked your fucking channel like a week ago or so. You hadn't made any videos in a while. Is it because everybody found out you're gay and you're embarrassed now? I bet that's it. DJ, do we have coffee in there? Your boy runs off coffee. See, I don't know if these live streams are worth the fuck, boys. But no, let me get back to this huge fucking thing. Okay, so my second biggest customer now. They weren't my second biggest customer then. I have the biggest contract I've ever signed, like the biggest deal I've ever done. They're not the most money yet, but trust me, it will be the most money for me, this one customer I have. And I'm using that customer to give myself credibility, even though I don't really deserve it, right? I do, but I don't. And that second biggest customer now is like, I just got sent a contract for a job that they don't like. Basically, my price doesn't matter. I'm in, and I'm trying not to read this whole email while I'm on the phone with y'all, but bid due. Okay, no, there's a bid. Hell yes. Dude. And so, like, now this customer of mine, that's my second biggest customer, they got in with this huge corporation, which, trust me, like, you know, they're popping bottles because they're in with them too. Trust me, like, y'all would be too, I promise you. And coffee, cigarettes, beer, and women. That's how I roll, dude. That's my type of rock and roll, dude. Coffee stoves and fucking plumbing. But no, so now my second biggest customer is in with my greatest potential customer. And I'm in the mix with it. And see, they're sending me this thing saying, you're going to have to get badged. Bitch, you'll have to get badged. I'm already badged, mother bitch. Ugh. DJ, this is huge. Here, look, I got to fucking tell you. I can't tell fucking YouTube because I don't want to give anything away. Come look at this, though. So think of like my second biggest customer, these guys, is now they got a contract to go do work, a big construction job for, you see those in acronyms there where we got badged at this morning? Yeah. And we're going to be doing a big job with our second biggest customer and our biggest future customer, dude. Like, this is a fucking big deal, dude. And I haven't even read what the fucking bid's for, but I know it's big if they're involved. Yeah. It's what I thought it was. Dude, this is the job I told them. Fucking A. See, that's the secret to networking. Networking is never think about how somebody can get you work, right? Think about how you can get that person work. Right? How you can do more for them. And then that's how you really build those relationships. Because then you're not really networking, you're actually a resource. You know what I mean? Why YouTube Live? Thought about recording my HVAC calls. Have you gotten work from? No, I just did it the other day on a whim. Whenever I was driving to work, I kind of felt like people should see like the way I bullshit with my customers and kind of like the way I'd like, I don't know, the way like I run this office more or less, because it's pretty loosey goosey, you know. It's you know, and I thought it's something worth seeing, sort of. It's not, but it it is, I guess. But no, I don't do any marketing. Like I don't need anybody to fucking call me. If anybody ever thinks about fucking calling me because of this shit for their plumbing, I'm not your fucking dude. Like unless you got large commercial facilities or if you're buying work in volume, call me. But no one on YouTube I'm interested in. That's for sure. I don't know, DJ. What do you think? We did this live stream thing. It's kind of lame. It puts a lot of pressure on you, doesn't it? On me? Yeah, it puts a lot of pressure on you. Like you got to feel like you got to do something for the people now. Oh yeah, definitely. Hey, okay. Serious talk right now. Actually, real question for anybody watching. I got a Christmas party coming up. It's going to be amazing. There's going to be an open bar. I've got a bartender, margarita machine, s'mores bar, my world famous taquitos, fajitas, enchiladas, bacon wrapped shrimp. But beforehand, I'm giving everybody a dope ass Christmas bonus, like a good fat one. And then we're doing like a raffle with some gifts. And so far, I've got 36-inch Blackstone, like those, like my little Blackstone I took camping, but like the big boy, like the 36-inch, 3-foot one for your patio. One of those, like a Yeti style cooler that's like a Dyson Plumbing one, a 65-inch TV, a 55-inch TV, Milwaukee weed eater, Milwaukee blower, and I'm trying to figure out some other gifts. You don't get a fucking say, dude. But if you guys can think of like what are like some dope gifts to raffle off, like I would, because I was thinking like more Milwaukee tools and shit, but I buy all that anyway, so it's kind of a cop out. You know what I mean? Like, because we already have a tool policy of like if you want a tool, tell me and I'll buy it for you. An Xbox or a PS5. Hang on though, it's like holiday season. Is there a new Xbox or PlayStation coming out right now? Is there a new one? He says no. Because if it's PS5, you can get that, right?
PS5s are, they've been out since.
But then at the same time, everybody who has a PS5 has a PS5, right?
Those were sold out. It was hard to get those. It was really hard to get those.
Do you think that'd be a good raffle item?
Yeah.
Well, he's 21. He's got a thing. So most of my dudes, I don't think play video, but that's a good idea.
It was sold out when it first came out.
Yo, I eats the butt. Fuck yeah, dude. Love that name, dude. Love that name. I eats the butt, keeps it 100, dude.
I didn't realize this one.
That's a great name, dude. I had a contest one time where I gave people money, and it was all based off who I thought had the funniest names. And the winner was Glorious Applebee's, which obviously that's
Glorious Applebee's.
Glorious Applebee's. That's a fucking. And then the story behind it, he basically chose Applebee's over his like distasteful ex-wife. His wife was like, I may be remembering wrong, but he's like, if you keep going to that fucking Applebee's, it's me or the Applebee's. And he said he chose Glorious Applebee's, dude. And then Buttman Coon. That's a great name. That's a great name. Buttman Coon.
They were really competing.
Yeah. No, they didn't know no one knew what the contest was. I was just like, hey, whoever leaves a comment, but it was their name and
the funniest name.
Buttman Coon. But I Eats the Butt would have been up there. I Eats the Butt. Hey, bro, any advice on team management leadership that's proven the test of time? Yeah, I mean, for me, like I pay above average, number one, right? So like, and then I like to, this is something it's not as easy to do unless you're like the owner, but I like to connect guys to profit, so like a rising tide raises all ships. So the more I can connect each one of my employees to the profit, the more I feel like here's the best thing, the way to say is I can't predict what anybody's going to do, right? I don't know if you're going to do this or you're going to do that. But if I know what's in your best interest, I can get pretty accurate at predicting what you're going to do. So I try to connect my guys to the profit, which is easy for me to do because I'm the owner. So I can say, hey, if you guys can knock this out fucking by Monday, I'll give you fucking each $500 bonus. It's easy to do. But the other thing is to genuinely give a fuck, and like which I really do care. Don't try to make people say I wouldn't ask you to do anything I wouldn't do. I can't do that because I'm a fucking cowboy and I'll do I would do the craziest shit. Like if I'm asking you to do it, trust me, I'd do it twice over. But like, giving a shit about your employees and I don't know, I think for me, I don't know if I would have been as good of a leader without being in control of the money, right? Like I was a supervisor before and a manager and I was good. Like my guys, like I had there was like a legend behind me, right? It was like, oh, this motherfucker, he can get it done in an hour. Or like it was, they were impressed with my abilities. And I had like a lot of respect because of my plumbing ability. And I think all my management style was based off of, hey, I'm badass at this. But then once I started like being in charge of the money is whenever I really kind of realized the way I want to manage people and get more out of people. And I basically buy it. I buy their loyalty. I just give them more money and they do a better job for me. DJ, I'm coming in there for coffee. We ready?
Yeah.
Hold her head up. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. You didn't do that. Did you want that bitch down now? Noise. I'm thinking about putting a fucking wall up there and adding a fucking shower over here, dudes. I want to kind of make like an ensuite fucking master fucking office. I've never had the urge to shower up here, but I want to.
You-
The trade school or IBEW apprenticeship. Okay, I don't know if y'all saw it earlier or not when I was talking about it, but like for sure, depends on the area you're at, right? Like if you're in an area that has like, say like 60%, 50 to 60% union representation, it's probably best to go union. And then also depends on what your ultimate goal is. There's so many factors. Like if you want to own a business, you may have to go union just to not have to pay for the trade school that you have to go through to get the contractor license in that state. Like in Texas, you don't have to go to any school to get your fucking master license to own a company. But like in a lot of states, you do have to do that. So like if you want to own a company and you're in a state that has that requirement and you don't want to move and do your apprenticeship somewhere else, then I would definitely go union. If you're in a state like anywhere in like outside of the Rust Belt, like kind of Midwest, Kansas, Nebraska, all the non-big union-friendly states, like where it's like, most of the workforce is non-union, you're definitely going to be able to make more money in non-union shops if you're a go-getter. But you'll be able to, like, if you're not a go-getter, if you're kind of just middle-of-the-road type dude, union will definitely be your more secure, steady, middle-class income, guaranteed type shit. You're in Cali, yeah, then for sure union. If you're in Cali, for sure. And I will give California this: the California union schools are badass. Like they're really badass. Like the IBEW just built a new one in Dallas, right by the fucking right off 30. It's nice. It's a nice new school. And like the plumbers union just built a new school here, but it's just not a strong enough program and curriculum compared to like the other states. Like California, it actually probably is pretty beneficial to go to the school. Like the guys I've met that came from those California locals really knew their shit more so than the, no offense, Local 100, y'all fucking boys, y'all let me down. Like, dude, I thought whenever I joined the union, I was like, oh, well, these fuckers been going to school twice a week for 5 years. They're going to fucking plumb circles around me. I thought I was about to get my lunch handed to me, dude. And I came in with just fucking thumping dudes on the head. They fucking suck, dude. Do you have to be a plumber to get into the commercial plumbing business? I have a strong real estate network and think that home commercial service industry is sweet. Well, so you can be like a broker of sorts without being a plumber. Like I know a guy who was a property manager at a literal property manager at an apartment complex. And he somehow kind of parlayed that to where he got into like general contracting and like through his connections he'd made through being an apartment complex manager for so long and dealing, like, because he was working for, I think he wound up working for the management, like the corporate company that owned the complexes. And then he got into, like, he hired me in my last company. His company is called Warrior Contracting, and it was just him, and he would get jobs at all types of places and hire us out. And we agreed to give him a 20% discount on our normal rate due to the volume, even though we didn't get a ton of volume from him. And like, so he would basically just like transfer calls. Like this Brasal Steakhouse, there was like 6 of them. We did all their work through him. A restaurant called fucking Kitchen and Cocktails, we did through that guy, where he was like a middleman. And there's a lot of people that do that. Like one of my customers, I do all these dialysis centers for, right? Dialysis centers and post offices. And which we haven't done a lot of post offices shit recently, but like that is like, they're not plumbers, but they give me a fuckload of plumbing calls. But I think in order to do that, you need to be able to, you need to know tile guys, sheetrock guys, electricians. You basically need to be like a general contractor for like, there's Cold Professional is a company that does what I'm talking about like that. That's the only way to really get into this without doing it. You have to offer a lot of other services. And like Cold Professional would be the exact type of business that you could look up and model years after, or that's like the way you could do this without being a plumber. The trade school guys sucked, or the IVEW guys sucked? No, the IVEW guys I've heard are fucking badass. Now, electricians, I don't know how to fucking say it. Like the electricians' problems aren't like the same as like a plumber's or HVAC. No, the union electricians are badass. It was the union plumbers that sucked. They just had no problem solving abilities, none at all. Is his first name Rob? I do handyman shit, but I still love watching your. Hey, eats the butt, dude. You know, when did the eating ass thing get so fucking trendy? Like, I'm not into it, man. Like, I'll tell you that shit for free, dude. Like, I am not into it. And it is like if I was on the single market these days and like the bitches on Tinder found out I don't eat ass, I'm afraid they'd be like, no, grandpa. Like, if you're not putting your tongue at my butt, I don't want to play. And it's like, damn, dude, I've never been a butthole licker, dude. Never, dude. And nothing wrong with that. I eats the butt. So IABEW. I think so for sure. In Cali, for sure, dude. And like it's cool to get like my last shop and a lot of like two of my best buddies like in the world that I just went on this camping trip with are from California. One of them's from San Mateo and the other one's like from somewhere in the Bay Area. I forget where, but they turned out of the pipe fitter union, but as HVAC technicians, and separately moved to Texas because even though like the union scale pay is like literally half of what California's pay is, the union scale in Texas goes so much further than the union scale does in California. They both moved here, and to be honest, they were kind of heads and shoulder above the other HVAC techs that were here. Those guys are Workman and Brandon. Those dudes are the shit, man. And they're really solid. And they said that like they're both actually teachers at UA Local 100. They're badass. But they were saying that the schools they came up in California were way fucking better. So yeah, for sure. And the wages are high as fuck, dude. Been eating the booty since before everyone hopped on the booty. Dude, I'm gonna believe that, dude. I believe that. If your name's I Eats the Butt, I have to believe that everybody else is jocking your shit. I bet you've been eating ass before it was cool. And then you're probably mad at these kids. Just like me. You know what else I'm mad at the kids about? The mom jeans. Like, you know, I was born in 89, right? And so, like, the way these broads are dressing now, like, I never thought it was cool, right? Like, as a kid, it was like your fucking, like, dorky friend's mom dressed like that, right? And now all these broads are doing the mom jeans. And I'm like, and like a lot of my buddies, like I'm in the minority. They were like, dude, no, I think they look good. And I'm like, really, the most unflattering pants possible look good. Like, man, I like the hip hugger what happened, man? What happened? Funny eating the butt, dude. But yeah, well, that's an hour of live stream. I didn't really plan on doing this, so I'm probably about to end this shit. But I appreciate you jabronis watching. In that hoe.